Okay, we are back, and the next thing I want to cover is the history palette. Now, when you open a document and begin to work on a photo or image or whatever, in the background is Photoshop automatically recording the last 20 actions that you took regarding an image. And so if you look at the history palette here, what it did, it shows the last 20 steps that I took in correcting this photo right here. And you can actually click on any state of your image here. You unclick, and that's going to go back to that state of that photo. And again, you can obviously go back, but you can see how what I cloned was undone. And so you can go back to its original state. And so the history palette is very helpful, especially if you're working on a complex image and you want to go back to a certain state. Now, when you open up a Photoshop image or an image in Photoshop, it will automatically, in the history palette, create what we call a snapshot. So that's going to be your beginning state. And again, the default in Photoshop are 20 actions. Now, you can go up to 1,000 actions if you need to. And the way you do that is you're going to go up into the Photoshop on the menu bar, go under Preferences to Performance, click on Performance, and that opens up a preference dialog box. And over here on the right side is the history and the cache. Now, currently it says the history states are 20. If I wanted to and I had enough memory in my computer, I can go all the way up to 1,000. I've never done that. I don't know that I will. And it's probably really not necessary. But you can go up to that amount. That's the amount of steps that you can go up to, or steps of action that you can actually take to undo in Photoshop. I'm going to go back to 20. Well, let me tell you what. Let me just take it up to 35. Let's leave it there. Okay, so at this point, if I wanted to take some more action, it would be recorded in the history palette in Photoshop. Now, as you are working on a photo, if you'll notice here down at the bottom, you have different icons, and actually, where you are at a current state, you can actually create on this icon here. It says you can create a new document from the current state. So if you want to open up a new document from that current state of your photo, you can do that here. And this next icon, it says you can create a new snapshot. So if I want to create a new snapshot of the state that I'm in, I will do that here. And you can see here, it will add a new snapshot of where I am. So if I was going to do some further editing, then I could actually easily go back to that particular state if I need to. And then here obviously is the trash icon if you want to delete a current state. Now, when you're working with the history palette, once you save an image and actually close the image and open it back up, all your states that you've worked on are gone. So you're really starting from a fresh standpoint in regards to the photo or image that you're working on. So anyway, that's a little bit about the history palette. It comes in very helpful, especially as some very complex images, and you need to go back maybe 50 states prior to where you're working on. You can do that. So the history palette gives you some flexibility in working with your image. If you don't like what you've done, again, you can go back and start anew from a certain point of your Photoshop process that you're working on.